Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 6 of Junk Journal July, and today's prompt is layers on layers. So what I figured we would do is create a layered pocket on one of our pages. And I have to tell you, I started this video a minute ago, and it was kind of all over the place, and I told you like totally wrong measurements and everything else. So I'm just starting over. So I've already cut a couple pieces, but I'll walk you through the process. Okay, so I'm going to use this page, and what we're going to do is I have 3 different papers, and we're going to make a gradual layered pocket, and we're going to tear the edges, and that's just how we're going to do it. So what I did already is I have map page, and I cut it 3 inches tall, which is just a little less than what our book is, so that you can have just a little tiny bit of room on the top and the bottom. And originally I cut it 2 3/4 inches wide. So basically you have a square that looks like this. This is the exact measurements: 3 inches high, 2.75 inches wide, or 2 3/4 inches wide. So what you're going to do is now, this is going to be our bottom paper. So this is going to be the one that sticks out the furthest. And then you're going to have another one here, roughly, and then another one back here. So all you're going to want to do is figure out, where you want to tear your journal, your paper. And like I had said in the last video, but you didn't hear that, you can just tear it straight down and have it like a straight on pocket like this. Or you can tear it in an angle like I did, which this is how I prefer it because it just gives it more interest. So I just started up here somewhere, and I didn't measure, and I kind of just curved it around a little bit and took off some of that paper. Okay, so just like that. And if we need to, if you like this shape, okay, we can cut down the back part of it. But it's better to have more room and be able to take some off than not have enough room and have to try and piece it together. So as you can see, this is a little long, but I'm not going to cut it yet. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my next piece of paper, which I'm going to use this paper for my top piece, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it at my dimensions. I'm going to go ahead and cut it at 3 inches tall by 2 3/4 inches wide, and that's just what my standard is going to be, and then we can cut it down from there. It just makes it easier for keeping everything together, like the same dimensions and stuff, and then we can trim it down. Okay, so I have my paper, and I'm going to do the same thing that I just did with the book page. I'm just going to start, and I'm going to tear around just like that. Now, as you can see, this one is a little more rounded in, this one is a little more flat, but it doesn't matter. So essentially what you're going to have is, once we fix it, this is going to be your bottom, and then it's going to go to this one. And you can leave however much room you like. I like to see quite a bit of the spacing. And then you're going to have this one. Now, as you can see, this part here is sticking out a little too far. So I'm just going to go back in and re-tear it a little bit differently. And then we're going to try that again. Now see, at the top, it's still a little too far in. So I'll just do this, and then see, now it fits really, really well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, we know this fits on my page just fine, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue my pockets together. All I'm going to do is glue down the sides, though. I'm not going to glue the back or anything. That way we can stick all the way through if we want to. But I'm going to go ahead and glue it together before I cut it down. That way all the pieces are lined up how we want them to be. So kind of just eyeball where we need the glue. So I just want to put like a little bit of glue here, and all the way back, and then probably about here. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I actually should ink first, so hold on. And you don't need to ink much, just the spots that are going to be seen. So the very, very front and a little tiny bit on the side. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick this down, that way my glue doesn't dry, and then I'll ink the last piece. So you just want to make for sure that the bottom and the top are pretty much even. Okay, just like that. Now I'll go ahead and ink this one. And now for this top one, you're going to want to ink the whole thing because you're going to see all of it. And then after we cut the back, you know, you'll have to ink the back up a little bit more, but okay. Now I want to see where my paper is going to sit. Now see, like this isn't lined up completely. That's fine. I can trim it a little bit. So pretty much all of this. And all of this is going to get glued. Now if yours is longer, then you don't have to, you'll have to measure it, but mine is not, so I'm just going to glue. So I'm just going to make for sure that the bottom is even, and then like I said, I can just trim that top just a little tiny bit. All right, let me see, what did I do with my little scissors? So I fixed that. That was easy. Now what we're going to do is figure out how much room we have and how much we need to cut off. So we don't need to cut off much, but that to me is, I mean, it would fit on there, but it's just a little too tight. So I'm just going to take like just a sliver off, not very much at all. So probably less than 1/8 of an inch. That's all I cut off. Very little. Now see, it just fits on our paper better. Okay, so now we can go ahead and ink up the back. Now you could round these corners if you want to. I'm not going to, but I mean, it would look super cute. And then one thing I didn't do, but it wouldn't have mattered because we cut that off anyways. Now what we're going to do is glue the top part shut. That way, you know, your stuff isn't sticking out, going over into this side. But these other two pockets are going to be open. You can glue them shut if you want to. It's kind of up to you. If you don't glue them shut, then you can have the option of putting a little bit bigger things in there. Like that. And then all we're going to do is glue it on the 3 sides. And essentially, that's what we have. That's your little layered pocket. So we're going to have a pretty decent sized pocket here and a pretty decent sized pocket here. And remember, it's going to go all the way back to here. And then here you're going to have a decent size still, but it's going to be just a little bit smaller. Okay? So then if you want to decorate it, you can. If you want to leave it like that, that's totally fine because it's super cute just as it is. I did bring in some stamps with me. A lot of them are probably going to be too big. Some birds definitely are. What I did was I found this little sticker that I had, and I'm just going to ink around it. And it does have sticky on it, but I'm not sure how good it is because they're pretty old stickers. And I'm just going to put this down, and I think we'll do that music page from yesterday that we didn't use. And I actually think that's all I'm going to do because I really, really like just the simplicity of that. So there you have it, guys. Today is Layers on Layers. I can't wait to see what everyone else came up with. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for Framed. Framed is number 7. So I hope you guys have a great day. Like and subscribe to see what else I'm going to make for Junk Journal July. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. Happy crafting. Bye.